Would you like me to check my lovely voice? I'm here for you. Okay, here for you, mate. Oh yeah. Oh well. It's funny how it always changes. It's like you think you could save it and it'll be
Test,
sweet.
test it. There we go. Normally that does save itself, but I think because my computer's just decided to update itself to Windows 11 in the past week, I had to change the setting on my mic. But we are back in business now at
Oh,
Oran Park for our finale. Sean alongside me in the lounge. How's it going, Sean?
very good, very good. Haven't done this for a while, so look forward to it. Jump in the seat. Yeah, All Ports summer series coming to an end. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, we can have a quick look at what's in store tonight here at Oran Park. No longer existing in real life, but a very cool little track it was back in the day. Although now that people have the opportunity to race it in the sim, not one of the favourites among the drivers just because it is very tight and tricky to get a good lap together around here, isn't it?
It is. It is indeed, and we're obviously heading for two races tonight, which is a bit unusual for us. So double points up for the drivers, and in the championship fight, we have Leo Duggan versus Stefan, I believe. I should actually check those points, but we have no Leo on the grid, so it is all open.
Yeah, very interesting. And double the opportunity to score points tonight. You get full points across both races, so it works out across the night to double points.
So that would put Stefan in the obviously the box seat for the championship. We'll bring you those few points during the couple of races and the warm up in between as well. Uh, and a little bit of a giveaway being the final round of the All Ports Summer Series. I thought, why not? Let's spend some of that All Ports cash that they have given us, and I think we're going to give away a prize for Div 1 and Div 2. So I've got Div 2 giving me some info as well, Shane, to keep you informed of what's going on there.
Oh, very cool. Always good to give some stuff away. Darren Lobb going to be lining up on pole position tonight. He's just jumped onto the grid there. He's got Stephen McCartan alongside and a little bit behind. Staggered grid in racing at Oran Park.
And can we inform the people at home too? I'm actually doing race control with another person at the same time as commentating with you. So if I sound like I'm not here, it's because I'm just trying to organise something
Whoever said Sean can't multitask?
out. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go. Lights are coming up and they go out. And we're off. Darren getting a good launch from pole position. Stephen McCartan's got Michael Gunstone challenging early, and he's going to look to go to the outside of Darren Lobb as well. Actually, Stefan's been able to draw alongside him. They go three wide into turn one.
Oh,
Contact between
bloody!
Lobb and Gunstone. They're both off. Our pole sitter has dropped all the way back to 19th position, back of the field.
And just race control have not been called in yet on that one.
Yet being the key word there.
Yeah, yeah. So I better put that there.
Bruce Haddock
Uh,
making a strong start, up 5 spots into P4 early on in this one, but it's all blackout OPR at the front now. Stephen McCartan leading the way from his teammate Connor Brody.
and well. So I think Connor could sit in behind there, block a little bit to save that position and see if Stefan can't win this thing.
Yeah, well, team orders, will they come into play?
Yeah.
Certainly see from time to time teammates in the sim battling very hard as though it was any other driver. But like you say, Stefan's got a chance for the win. Connor in that rear gunner position at the moment as they make their way through that gravel that Michael Gunstone and Darren Lobb dragged on after their turn 1 lap 1 incident. 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 1 incident DeAndre Graff sitting just behind in the final podium position and not too far behind Connor.
Oh, looking one back. There's a bit of a slow car. Is that Bruce slowing up? He's getting a bit of a train behind him there, so very interesting.
Yeah, certainly looks to be the... Sorry, Sean. Certainly looks to be the
that's
cork
all
in
right.
the bottle at the moment.
Yeah, we haven't commentated together for a while, so there was a bit of talking over each other. Will probably happen, buddy. Yeah, that's a massive train too. There's like 8, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and we've got one of the DDSL cars running wide on the exit there of the final corner. Teammates again.
Oh, Bruce goes wide into turn 2, out into that gravel. That's put Russell Pepperell challenging on the outside, but he is on the outside. That's not the ideal place to be if you're trying to make up a spot, and especially against Bruce Tannen, because you saw there just how aggressively he closed off that outside line on the exit. You don't want to be leaving your nose in there and getting shoved off into the dirt if Bruce decides he's going to open the wheel on you.
Yeah. Probably not the PC way I'd put it, but yeah, he drives hard, Bruce. Yes. You live to learn and work around it.
Well, I mean, there's drivers in the real world. Shane Van Gisbergen was known for being very aggressive with closing off anything on the outside and got a reputation for running people off the track, and it happens. It's a tactic that's often used as Bruce comes to the pits. Are we expecting a pit stop on this one, Sean?
No,
Oh.
I have no idea what it has. There is no CPS at all.
So that's very interesting. Quali fuel in the car, maybe?
Ah, yes. And I don't know if I updated the season rules. Actually, that could come to bite us if I haven't changed them. Yeah, we took out CPSs, which is compulsory pit stops, about halfway through the season. A few people not liking certain things we're doing, and we're trying to make it fair for the drivers and their enjoyment. So we took out CPSs and limited the fuel a little bit. So that has been the rule halfway through the season. We haven't changed it.
Well,
Ooh,
this is very interesting. Bruce never actually stopped in his pit box. He just drove through the lane.
You can't have 15 incident points as that quick. That's the only reason you would do that, would you not?
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
Probably, you've probably got that information easier at hand than I do. But
I do
yeah,
have it right here.
surely 5 laps in, surely he hasn't managed to get that many.
We've got to crest the toe, so I'm going to have to bail on you for a couple of minutes.
That's absolutely fine. So we're about to get a safety car, are we?
Well, we're not, because Aaron just let him tow. Bruce, yep, we do have a safety car, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll see how we go.
Copy that. So Aaron Goodrick out on track in the Allports safety truck. And he's going to be picking up our leader, Stephen McCartan, shortly. Be interesting to see if anybody takes the option to get in and get some fresh tyres on. Stefan doesn't, he stays out. DeAndre Graff almost looked like he was going in, but stayed out. I think most of the field will stay out. You're still going to lose a fair bit of track position if you do come in. It is going to mean you can get that pit stop and get onto the back of the guy in front of you, but there is track position that will be conceded if you do that. So maybe for the guys further down the order towards the back of the field, they might be thinking about it, but I think the majority look like they have well and truly stayed out. Bruce Tannen could be one, but he's going to stay out. And Peter Vanderberg, what does he do? Because this could be a good opportunity for him to get some fresh rubber on. He's already at the tail of the field, but no, he's going to stay out as well. Leon Ware has towed to the lane. I believe he was our reason for the safety car. But while we are under safety car, we can go back and have a look at some replays. First off, the turn 1 incident between Michael Gunstone and Darren Lobb. So 3 wide into turn 1. Stefan got a bit of a bump. Sorry, Darren got a bit of a lump from Stefan, but I don't think there was anything intentional there, just both guys fighting over the same piece of real estate, and then it just caused Darren to run out wide into Michael Gunstone. So my view on that, I'll get an update from Sean as to whether anything was called in, but my view on that would be racing incident, and that might be why we didn't initially hear any calls on that one. What I would very much like to find now is what happened to Leon Ware. We can certainly see Leon jump into the pits. Oh!
Have you got a...
Leon losing it on the way into pit lane. Is that what caused the safety car?
Yes, it is what's caused the safety car, and that is the second time he's blocked pit lane. Is he actually blocked it? Because I can't find it on stream on my other phone, on my phone.
Well,
So
he's actually towed very quickly, so I think he's forgotten about the tow rule. But I think
no, we
what's
let him.
happened to
We
you?
let him.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
towed
so
very, very quickly, very quickly.
oh, here we go. Here we go. That's the second time he's done. Oh, he did tow. Yeah, cheeky little naughty. Oh, that's classic.
What I can't work out
So,
is why he came to the pits carrying so much speed. I thought he might have been forced in there, but it didn't look like it was.
no,
But anyway, we're going green again, are we?
yeah, we have gone green. Yep, the safety
Okay.
car is in. Do you not hear the comms on that? That's something we could probably work on for next season.
Well, no, because if I leave them on, then we can hear everybody's
Yeah.
whinging on the stream, unfortunately.
No, we don't do that here in Supercars NZ. No one whinges. So here we go at the restart. We'll talk about the whinging later. We can have a whinge too, Shane. Believe it or not.
Of course we can.
Yes. So there's a list. So we still don't know why Bruce went to the pit lane. So I
No.
tried to ask Aaron about that, and then someone else would like to have compulsory pit stops. I'm under the impression everyone knew there was no pit stops, so you don't ask, you don't get. I guess you don't get to know. But we do have obviously formats we put out at the start of the season, but this season did change halfway through.
It did. And I will say, I don't believe Bruce went into the pits because he thought there was a compulsory pit stop, because if that was the case, well, he hasn't served it anyway because he's just driven straight through.
Yeah, and he doesn't have incident points. I looked at that as well. So unsure of. He's got 4 when he had 0 at the time. So yeah, interesting.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Any more updates on anything getting called in that lap 1 incident?
No one called anything in, and I asked Aaron Goodrick what he thought of the incident, and we haven't seen a replay. Have you put a replay up yet or not?
I have put a
On the
replay
stream?
up. Yep, on the stream.
Yes,
And
I might have missed that.
Yeah, you were off doing safety car. I thought while we were under safety car, it was a good
What was your
opportunity to look
thought?
at some replays.
What
My thought was racing incident, 3 wide
Yep.
deal.
Yep.
Just in
That's
case
100%
of none of them having enough room to all get through really, and they tripped
Yep.
over each other.
Yep, and that's 100% what race control thought of it, and so it was just race on. And probably why, the sensible, some of these guys have been racing a long time. They understand, as Cossie goes, a bit of searching for some colder tyres off track.
Yes, I think Jason said quite a big off there because he was dropping down the order considerably. I saw his name dropping down, and that's why I clicked on him.
Yeah. See, and Jason's one of the guys that have taken to the Gen 3 car with some absolute pace. His pace has been phenomenal in the new car. Hats off to his season, where he's come from. If I just get someone calling infinite.
Oh. So that's what happened to Jason. Big lose through the left-hander at the back of the circuit there, and then just taking his time to make sure he got back on track safely.
We'll see all those cars.
There,
Great
yeah.
rejoin. Appreciate the talent. That is an actual talent to rejoin cleanly. He did lose a heap of spots, but he did rejoin and carry on. So that's what we want to see here, and that's what Div 1 produces is racing like that.
And good awareness to know that while the spot on the track where he was looking to rejoin was off the racing line very quickly comes across to that side of the track, and recognised that with all those cars coming, it wasn't the right place to get back on, so he's just driven across the grass a little bit further and got back on in a much safer manner than where he otherwise might have.
Exactly. And obviously, as we're watching Stefan Adams here, Mr. Quiet, Mr. Consistent, doing really well. What position is he in?
He is sitting in P13 at the moment. He's got Peter Vanderberg just behind him, Bruce Tanek just in front.
It's obviously a hard track to pass on, but I think it's a type of track where you get passes on people's mistakes. So the mistake, when I'm saying a mistake, it could be just a slight wheel spin. It could be just running a fraction wide. It's you don't have to be fast here. You just got to be consistent and just put the pressure on and wait for the car in front to make that minor mistake where you can just put the nose up there and get a nice clean pass.
Absolutely agree with you. You're not really going to be pulling off a lot of late braking moves around here. There's not a lot of places to do it. The biggest stop is into turn 2, and you got to negotiate turn 1 in the braking zone, so it makes it very tricky to do an out-braking manoeuvre into there. The other spot where you can sort of do it is turn 3, but that's not an overly long braking zone, so not that much opportunity. So yeah, you're right. You just got to wait for the guy in front to make a mistake and be patient, put the pressure on, and if you're lucky, he makes a mistake. If he's calm under pressure and cool under pressure and doesn't make a mistake, then you might just have to sit there for the whole race.
Yeah. And the type of car, the Gen 3 car, we can talk about the car. We've got the track. There's multiple mistakes happening each lap, and these you might not get them on the screen, but these mistakes are happening. These cars are difficult to drive fast, so these mistakes are happening, and I think some I don't know, far chase angles or stuff, you probably pick it up a little bit more than TV1, 2, and 3. But coming over the top here, I've been getting sideways coming over that hill the whole time. Bang it down 2 gears, get it into the final straight. It is a very difficult car to drive fast.
It is, and you talk about banging it down those 2 gears into the final corner there, and they're not a car that like aggressive downshifting, are they? If you try and go too hard on the downshift, you lock a rear brake very easily.
Which I did on that exact corner last night in the practice race, what we call our warm-up race for Tuesday night, if anyone doesn't know. So we don't run the same formats on the Monday, but we get them same track conditions, get a feel for it, get to know your opposition. So we do give them a bit of a practice before we throw them in here, get to know the grip levels, tweak their setups. I know a lot of the guys spend a lot of time on their setups, just making minor adjustments. So it's not like just turn your little console on and jump to a race here at Supercars NZ. This iRacing platform does provide a lot of adjustments.
Yeah, it does. There's pretty much full adjustability that you would get in the real car. So everything that they can adjust on the real car, you can adjust in your iRacing garage. And there's a lot of things on there, and most of it goes well over my head, and I really don't know where to start with working on setups. So that's why I give a fair chunk of money to Laz every season, and he provides me with some setups as well as some coaching when I can make it.
That's exactly it. That's the Phoenix driver or racing development. He's very, very good at what he does. Been a long-time supporter of the league too, so appreciate that side of it. And Gunstone coming back from obviously that first lap spin with Lobby. He's now up into 10th, so that's a nice, impressive effort. Where has Lob turned up? So he definitely lost out big time. He's still down in 16th.
Yeah, sitting down the order there in 16th. So
Might have a bit of damage or something because I thought that safety car would have helped.
yeah, well, I certainly would have bunched them all up. But yeah, he's got a bit of a gap to Eamon Young now. Does look like there's a bit of damage around that front splitter, so maybe the excuse me, maybe the aero's not working all that efficiently, and yeah, it does look like there might be a little pocket there that's just adding a little bit of extra drag to it. And if you think I'm talking out of my ass when I say that about a computer game, iRacing does use CFD to simulate aerodynamics over the car and how that affects the drag and downforce and all that, so it is very much a real thing in the sim.
All right, just a bit of a race up for race control. We've had car 31 has been black flagged for an incident. It might have been involving car 503 on lap 10. I don't know if you've got any data on that, but this is what you give. You walk away from race control for 5 minutes, mate, and the penalties are getting handed out. As we watch Peter drive it in. He didn't do much practice tonight, and what positions Peter in? On 13th. So everyone's after Stefan's position.
I'm hoping this might tell us the story of Bruce Tannock's penalty.
There we go. You're all silent for quite a while, so I'll sit to.
Oh,
That's definitely that's yeah. You don't have to hope, mate. That is 100% it. And a little bit that's not on Bruce. He was just obviously you're very committed under brakes going through turn 1, turn 2, and it's just slightly wrong when the car in front is getting it slightly better or slower. So imagine if we had two divs trying to go through here, through div 1 and div 2. There'd be cars off everywhere.
yeah, that would be absolutely brutal. And yep, you're right, it was the right data, but I wasn't 100% sure it was going to be because all it said on my
Yeah.
screen was Bruce Tannock passed Scott McKenzie.
Well, he passed him all right. He just a little tap in the middle of it. But could see race control there. Throwing it out there. Good call. You can't really argue with that one. I wouldn't have thought.
You know, ordinarily when you got nose to tail contact, it's the car behind's responsibility to avoid the car in front, as long as the car in front isn't doing stupid stuff and being completely unpredictable to cause that. But yeah, normally it is the car behind's responsibility. And like you say, though, it is a very tricky one for Bruce there. He's just got in that little bit too deep, and you commit to that braking point so far out, and you just have to be a little bit out with that to get it that wrong, and that's what's happened there. But Stephen McCartan, it's gone all right for him. Crosses the line to take out P1 and a blackout OPR 1-2. Teammate Colin Brodie coming in just behind in second. Russell Pepperell repping for KSR in P3 there, rounding out the podium. Roger Forbert comes home fourth. Another misfit car, Trent Bennett just behind in fifth. Jono Gibson sixth. Jared Eccleston seventh. Blake Greenhill eighth. Michael Gunstone ninth. Dan Nolan rounds out the top 10. Late charge for Darren to get back up to P11. Stefan Adams P12. Peter Vanderberg P13. Eamon Young P14. Jason Cossey P15. Scott McKenzie P16 after going around in that contact with Bruce, and down to Graf coming home in P17.
What happened to Dion? We don't even know.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in third? What did we miss?
We did miss that one, didn't we?
Hey, that's not our problem. There's a lot going on, but we have that's amazing. We have to look into the next one for that. But what we do have is I don't even know where it is. There we go. You got the safety trucks coming out on track to have a bit of a laugh in our mid race little break.
Yeah, we do always love this. A little bit of fun. And Corey's missing out on it tonight.
He is indeed. These cars are fun to drive, but you don't see the smoke like you do in the car. They create a heap of smoke, but for some reason, from another car, they don't show the same smoke.
Yeah, well, there's not a huge amount coming off your car on the TV1 camera there. And absolutely nothing coming off your car from the gearbox camera. Oh, there's a little bit there.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Definitely the email needs to be sent because these trucks are absolutely. If they put some jumps, or you can put some jumps around for them, these trucks will be absolutely hilarious.
Oh, Aaron chucking it around on the onboard just behind you.
Yeah, they're definitely a whole lot of fun.
Oh, I thought he was going to send it at the final corner there.
Oh, I'll wait up for him. We're having a. Let's see if he gets this. Come on, where is he? Here we go. Oh, these guys are in trouble. How dare they ruin our fun?
Nice short track means you can actually manage to get a few laps in as well.
It is indeed. So, I was wondering if we could find out what happened to old Dion DeGraaf, or we're just never going to know. We'll put that into the matrix of Supercars NZ, you think?
Yeah, that's probably going to have to be the case because unfortunately when we tick over into a new
Oh,
session
yeah,
we lose all that data.
Yeah. You do with iRacing as well, you have to actually go back into it, so. Oh, he's on the grass. Oh, I can see it. I'm watching the stream and trying to drive the thing at the same time. He's cheating. Where is he? Oh, he's back there. Oh.
Yeah, you're still way up the road. I don't think you have to worry about him cheating. Not that there's any track limits on the trophy trucks anyway.
No, there's not. Heaps of smoke on the last one. Well, that's probably the best I've driven these things. Oh, here we go. This way. All right. And there we have. Anyway, so we got a few prizes to give away tonight. So I was thinking, since we're in the All Ports safety track, as I hit him, and All Ports give us a whole lot of cash for prizes and help support the league, and we need to get on and support them. I thought we could give away a whole year's membership to iRacing from All Ports.
That sounds like a great idea.
More than that, I think for Div 2, we'll give away 6 months worth of iRacing for a random person out of Div 2 as well. So let's just spend all of the All Ports sponsorship, and all thanks to All Ports, we can keep 2 members at least signed up for 6 months in a year. I think that 2 people would be pretty happy with that, won't they? Because obviously iRacing's in American dollars, so it does cost quite a bit.
Yeah, that's going to be a big help to a couple of drivers. So we're going to put that down to somebody who finishes the feature race in each div.
Yes, correct. Wow, what did I mean? My screen. You just have to finish to get into the draw. I don't know if you got the random wheel. If not, I'll pull up a random wheel that I can get on my end. I know Dougie's normally the king of the random wheel that we do. But
I can certainly chuck a random wheel up on the stream at the end.
And you might think, why am I giving away more for Div 1 than Div 2? It's because we're not made of money. But hey, I think 6 months subscription is a massive giveaway for Div 2 anyway. So I'll have those results sent through to my phone straight after the race. I've already asked for them, so we'll be able to stay on and do 2 draws. It maybe gives the boys a bit of incentive to Div 2 to get to Div 1, you know? That's the other thing I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
You know, it's all about getting to the top of the game. So Div 1 tonight, I think we've only got like 18 drivers. Normally we get up to 30, 35. Div 2, I reckon there seem to be a few more in Div 2. They tend to enjoy their racing down there. Not as much stress on them. They're not as panicked, I think, in Div 2. But yeah, so I think overall, we just had a bit of a shout out to the sponsor, All Ports, and another fantastic season. I think another great one from all the admin put a lot of effort in. So thank you, Shane, for your efforts, and obviously other boys, Dougie, Wayne, Leon, Steve. Who else am I forgetting? You can help me out anytime, mate.
Sean.
Yeah. They're all gritting up. So yeah. So no, it's awesome, mate. The boys here, there's obviously names that people go. They're all known to each other, the drivers, so it's pretty cool. So what I've got is guess Dan Nolan's off pole for it's a reverse top 10 for everyone at home, if you didn't know. And I think he's puckering up a little bit about having to do this.
Yeah, so we didn't talk about this during race 1 there, but it is a reverse top 10. So Dan Nolan picking up that pole position, and that's always a lot of pressure on a standing start, isn't it? When you know you've got pole by finishing P10, and you know you got a lot of quick guys behind you, and your first job is to get it off the line cleanly.
How do you reckon this is gonna go? I feel cruel watching. I might turn away, but we're about to go green.
Yeah, we should be getting the lights up. There they are, up on screen now. The ribs come up, lights coming up, and we are away. Looks like
Nolan, gonna disappoint. That's a pretty good start. You got fended off by Gunstone.
Gunstone was right up there in race 1, starting P3, and only finished 9th because of that lap 1 incident. So he's in a very strong position.
Get through there. Come on, boys, you can do it. Let's make it clean. So while I take it off, I have limited fuel. I thought I limited where they might have to save for a bit. Three. I might have to go around. That's racing incident from my view. 3. I don't know why you try to go 3 wide in a corner, eh? I think the car on the inside, the car on the outside just got squeezed. It's not really his fault.
Yeah, it's always a hard one when you go 3 wide. It can work at some tracks, at some corners, if you've got enough space and everybody cooperates, but I just don't think this is one of those tracks. I think it's just, was that someone having a big moment right in front of the camera there, or was I just overreacting to a car just cutting in front of the camera normally? I think that might be the case.
We got Leon Weir calling something in.
Oh yeah, it might have been Leon. I think it was this corner, and it might have been a jigsaw car that I saw flashing across.
And that car, Pipperell has called in that three wide incident at turn 3, which is fair enough. Not too sure much is going to happen from that, but I've given the rights to race control to Aaron tonight. He's done a bloody good job, so we'll see what he comes up with.
So Darren has just made his way around Blake Greenhill there. He's got those 2 blackout OPR cars just in front of him. Stefan, rapid start early on, up to P4 already.
What I should do is find some championship information for us, shall I? While we're doing this, so we can actually see what's happening. We do have drop rounds this season, which is I've never liked, for the fact is we don't know the points until the end. But this is what we've got, so we'll find out.
So Stefan just ahead of his teammate Connor Brodie at the moment. We've got Jared Eccleston in the second Megan Turbo car. putting some pressure on Dan Nolan for P2, but he's got those quick guys coming through as well. So I think Stonesy's keen to put a little bit more of a buffer between himself and Stefan.
100%, 100%. I think this is where it comes down to the mental game of not worrying what's behind you, just try and set your lap times and stuff like that. I've been called down the race control, so I'm going to leave you for a couple of minutes, mate, and I'll talk soon.
Alright, no worries, enjoy. So this is what happened to Russell Pepperell on lap 1. So down into turn 3, Stephen McCartan makes it 3 wide, and I think Russell just didn't quite realise that it was 3 wide, tried to turn in, give it enough room for one car on the inside, but see if we can pick up another angle that might tell the story a little bit better. Front on. Yeah, so just turned in. I think the car in the middle might have been Jono Gibson, and he just had nowhere to go because he had Stefan on the inside, and unfortunately that contact was made. And then this should be Leon Ware's moment, so he is side by side with the Simblacks car. Oh. That might be one that needs another angle to tell the full story. Just running out of room on the outside there, unfortunately, getting into the gravel and losing control. Now, Stephen McCartan has arrived on the rear bumper of Jared Eccleston. Hasn't been able to find his way around just yet, but he's certainly got the pace, but it is a very, very tricky track to make a pass.
The train has arrived, as we say, Shane.
It very much has arrived.
Ah,
right on time. Unusual.
Yeah. That is unusual in New Zealand. So race control just had a couple of incidents just to let you know what was happening. And it was 2 incidents, the one that we saw, and also another one regarding Leon Ware and Bruce Tennant. And it's 31 and 107, and it's just both racing incidents. No malice involved by any drivers. So all called in, all sorted, done and dusted.
Funnily enough, once again, while you were away, I looked at both of those replays and absolutely 100% agree with that call.
Yeah. And hey, but you know, we've made calls that we don't agree on, but sometimes calls do go different ways because you look at them from different angles. But yeah, overall, we want guys to call in. We want clean racing, but unfortunately, in the sim world and even in the real world, you get, is that lobby passing? You get a few.
Yeah, so Stonesy's just had the can of worms opened on him, unfortunately. Stephen McCartan managed to get down the inside, and once Stonesy was offline, they just all three followed through. It's that tight.
Now he's all. Yeah, he just needs to just don't worry about it. Look forward, see if he can come back and just keep it going.
Yeah, that's just how tight that train is. They're all just so close together that as soon as Stefan got on the inside, the rest of them were right there once Stonesy was offline, and yeah, a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just like real life though.
It is.
You see that you watch the race and you see a car go wide, and you see 5 of them get them. That's exactly what you would normally see watching supercars. So, the obviously the tire package, the car package is bringing it to life here on the sim platform.
Yeah, I tend to think iRacing have done a very good job on this Gen 3 car. It's not easy to drive, but at the end of the day, we know the real one isn't easy to drive, and what I find is that where the previous gen car was also very difficult to drive, but it would just snap unpredictably on you. This one is a lot more predictable, where you can get it on the slide and actually have a chance to catch it before it goes around on you, which is, for me, a much nicer model to drive. And yeah, I think it seems to be quite close to what I hear the real drivers talking about. Obviously, I can't compare to any real life experience of my own, but you hear the real guys talking about driving the real things, and I feel like what they're talking about, and in my limited skill set, I feel like I'm experiencing the same sort of thing.
I'd like to put my 2 cents in, but it's all negative, so I'm not going to say much about the Gen 3. I like that it's brought a lot of people that were further back in the field in the Gen 2, they've brought them up closer to the top of the Gen 3 drivers, so and overall, I think it's helped sim racing in general, but it's discouraged. There's a few people like me who were a little bit better in the Gen 2 and haven't quite unlocked the speed of the Gen 3 yet. But we'll wait and see. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean that's a very fair assessment, and I think the way you
No,
put it there, you just haven't unlocked the speed of it yet. You haven't figured out how to get that speed out of it.
no.
That's probably quite an honest way of putting it. So that's your reason for not being a fan of the car at the moment, as
Yeah.
Stephen McCartan gets
But
down there. Oh, I don't know. There was a lot of room given there.
the same things happen though, isn't it? It's. I was about to rewind your stream. Okay, I could go to my other screen and do that.
The same thing has happened, but there might be a little bit more to it. Well, actually, he's redressed it. So he's just got him there a bit deep,
Yeah,
and
he's redressed,
yeah,
but
good.
he's lost
Very,
spot.
yeah, he's given up spots in doing that. He hasn't done a Cam Waters and tried to block the people that he didn't want to let pass.
Not skilled enough to be able to do that without just rear-ending the car. That was very skilled by Cam Waters.
It was
I'd
very
have to
skilled.
say it's the hardest redress I've ever had to watch.
Yeah, it was
uh,
very very well done by Cam. And as much as I don't agree with it being allowed, they allowed it, and he pulled it
yeah,
off to
yeah,
perfection. He did exactly what he wanted to
yeah.
do.
I think we'll let that slide here at Supercars NZ if that happened in race control. If there was readdress and block, readdress, block. Uh, but he almost lost and got sent off the track too in that readdress situation when I don't know if it was Feeney or even Will that got him, Will Brown,
I think
but he
both of
got
them
he
got a
got
hit in.
sent. Yeah, he definitely got sent sideways and hit the grass as well. So that was great car control.
But no, great sportsmanship from Stephen McCartan to recognise that he got that one wrong and give up those spots and drop in back behind Dan Nolan. It means race control don't have to get involved. You don't have to make the call. He's already
yeah. The
self-penalised himself.
one thing with that though, we do look at how many spots he's lost because of it. Because only yes, he's readdressed, but if he's lost 3 or 4 spots, then we still, even though the readdress has happened, here he goes. Race control's happy with the readdress because he lost other spots because of it. We can also still administer a penalty.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but obviously, no, the readdress is being allowed. Dan Nolan and race control have not had a good year together, good season together. There's been some heated discussions here at Supercars NZ. We're pretty passionate, and so are the drivers. We've had some very heated discussions after the race. We'll leave it at that. We're not going any further with that. Live race control. Who'd want to do it, eh?
Yeah, it's a hell of a job. You're never going to keep everybody happy, but you just do your best to make the right calls and stand by them when people moan about them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you do make a mistake and get it wrong, own up to it, which I know you always do, Sean.
Yeah,
Not that
and
you got too many wrong.
just difference of opinion, Shane.
Absolutely. I have,
Nah, there's
I
been
have.
a couple. There's been a couple.
We've had a discussion where I said I don't agree with that call you made, and you said, yeah, to be honest, I got it wrong. And oh, Jono Gibson just running wide at one into the dirt and then
That
unable to get it put
that
up
could
at
be.
two.
That could be.
Yeah, the motor's gone.
There you go. I'll be back in a minute.
Copy. So it looks like we are going to have a safety car in both races. Michael Gunstone, currently our leader in this feature race, and he will be the guy that is going to fall in behind the pace truck driven by Aaron Goodrick. Looks like the majority of the field staying out again. Down to Graf has come to pit lane though. Goes up on the jacks, so he's taking some tyres. Russell Pepperell and Eamon Young also taking the chance to get in and grab some tyres. So a couple of different strategies going on here. Longer race, this one, compared to the first one. So, and a little bit deeper in before we've seen the safety car come out. So potentially a bit more tyre wear going on and a bit more opportunity for the guys that are taking fresh tyres to take advantage of that. But giving up track position around a track like this, where it's very hard to make passes, that's a bold call. But we can hopefully caught the incident with Johnny Gibson live, but we might be able to pick it up from a different angle here. So coming down the front straight, gets on the brakes and just carrying a little bit too much speed through turn one, and then once he was on the dirt, he just wasn't able to get that retardation that he was looking for, unfortunately, and plows headfirst into the tyre barrier, and that Mustang engine smoking away, a sure sign that he was not going to be able to drive that one back to the pits. Game over. Well, not game over, because he can take the fast repair after he's towed, but certainly requiring a tow there. He's back in the pits now, serving that tow while the field is behind the safety car, and before too long, Jono will be released and get the fast repair. Sorry, he'll clear that tow, get the fast repair, and then be released back out into this race.
Yeah, that makes the field all catch back up together, so it brings some more exciting racing here at Supercars NZ and all ports racing. Oh, plus safety car is pulling away. He's supposed to do some skids as he pulls away. We're not too sure what's happening there. Does he get sideways at all? Should we have a quick look at the safety truck there, Shane? See if he can give all ports a bit of a shout out.
Getting the
Yeah,
angle
smoke
going
needs
on
to be
there.
better on this. In the truck, there's way more smoke. So,
It probably could look better if I turn my particles up, which I've got turned right down because, as I'm
there you
sure you
go.
probably do, because you can't, when people lock and you've got your particles turned right up, very hard to see where you're going ahead. But anyway.
It's nice to see a safety car make it back in the pit lane without one running out of gas or two going off track like what Nick Mitchell would normally do. So it's great to see Aaron Goodrick's provide a little bit better than the MRX safety car.
So Michael Gunstone has put the hammer down and gets them back underway. He's got Connor Brody and Darren Lobb right in behind him on the restart, and Darren putting lots of pressure on Connor at the moment. Stephen McCartan just having a bit of a side-by-side with Jared Eccleston, who's sniffed an opportunity to pick up a pass here, and looks like he's
Well
been able to get
done.
it done.
That looks impressive. Well done.
Not quite sure whether Stefan ran wide to open the door there or if Jared just sent it under brakes, but either way, he's put on a good move there and got a spot back that he lost earlier on.
I think the top guys. You go, mate. You go.
Yeah, sorry, Stefan might have actually been behind Jared at the restart because he had redress after that incident with Dan Nolan. So I think that might have actually been Stefan trying to put a pass on Jared and just ended up on the wrong side there.
Yeah, around the outside is no good at turn 3 and 4, so definitely not going to happen then. I am interested. We're basically just over halfway. Lap 16 of 28. So, now there's been a safety car. So I limited fuel so to make them try to fuel save, but the safety cars definitely the home and hose. There's no pit stops.
Interesting though, there were a few that chose to pit under yellow. Dig on the graph, the leader of those guys currently sitting in P9. Russell Pepperell, Eamon Young, Stefan Adams have all also been through the lane. My call at the time was it's a bold decision to give up track position at a place around here. Yes, you're going to get those fresher tyres, but that's not a lot of good if you can't actually make up positions, although Dion seems to be doing alright with that at the moment. Gets down the inside on Trent Bennett.
Bit of touching. I always say rubbing's racing though. Like, I don't mind that little bit of a run as long as you're not fencing them.
Yeah, they're not open wheelers. They're not going to launch off each other if you bang wheels. So I'm all for a bit of wheel banging, but like you say, if you're sticking people into the fence or turning them around, that's where the line does need to be drawn. And Bruce Tennant getting down the inside on Dan there, and Dan giving him space, and Dion's going to try and follow through. He's got them both.
What happened there? What happened there? They both slowed up.
Oh
no.
Man, I looked away from my screen at the key moment. I just looked away and then looked back, and Dion was down the inside of both of them. And then they've obviously tangled going across the bridge as well.
Yeah.
The good news about that is it gives us some data to go back to. The initial contact might not have, so I think we need to be on a different angle. That doesn't really tell us the story.
I think the chopper or something.
Chopper could be a good one.
Something happens weird there. I'm going to see some cutting it out. There's there. Oh. I don't know why they both slowed. And it was the DDL car where Bruce actually sent him off track. It wasn't necessary. And then Bruce, that there is probably not good.
So I think
I don't understand why that there. Oh yeah.
It looks like Bruce has jumped on the brakes and then Dan just had to slow because he had nowhere to go. But why is Bruce slowed? That's what I don't understand.
And then obviously backing up here is a little bit. I think that was intentional, but that's my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, a lot to unpack there, and it may come down to race control to sort it all out.
I'd say it would. my phone's ringing. My phone is ringing. I'll be back. Okay, mate.
So Jared Eccleston continuing to do a good job holding off Stephen McCartan. Jared's actually just put a little bit of a gap on Stefan as well, so potentially a small mistake there that we weren't quite able to pick up on the cameras. But Stefan certainly dropping back a little bit off the back of Stones there. Oh, Russell Pepperell has had a moment. He's gone around, gets it back going. This will tell us the story here. He's in behind a Misfits car, just gets into the back of him and loses the rear. Well, is this going to be revenge on anybody's mind from race 1? Darren Lobb and Michael Gunstone have found themselves together on track once again after that lap 1, turn 1 incident from race 1. Meanwhile, Connor Brodie sniffing around in the background to see if he can pick up the pieces if there is any further contact here. Darren shows the nose on approach to turn 1. Oh, getting so close under brakes into turn 2. A little bit of a bump on the way in. Oh, gets a little bit of a nose down the inside. They're going to go side by side on the run up towards turn 4, and Gunner's in a position there where you can't really make it live on the outside, but does a good job to get back in line in front of Connor Brodie. Oh, but Connor's been able to slide it down the inside on the run over the bridge there. Jared Eccleston almost thought about making it 3 wide there, and then he's had to back out of it. That's given Stefan a little bit of a run, but Jared was on the right side of the track to be able to hold him off, so continues to do a great job holding off our race 1 winner. Stefan very close on the exit of the final corner though, picks up a bit of a draft, shows the nose on the approach to the braking zone into turn 1, but you really have to be alongside before you get on the brakes to even be able to think about a move down there, and he just wasn't quite able to get in that position. Jared parks his car in the middle of the road in a defensive position, forces Stefan to try and go the long way around, and Jared does enough to hold him behind once again. Man, he is doing a great job defensively here, but all this fighting has allowed Dion de Graaf to come up behind these guys and put some pressure on himself. Stefan is right there, but he's certainly got the pace. It's just a matter of finding that opportunity to get an overlap in the right place on the right side of the track, and Jared's just doing a great job at the moment of putting his car in the right place to make it that little bit harder for Stefan to get past. And oh, bit of a rear lock there, and that was all the invitation that Stefan needed. Jared, by the time he got his rears back under control, back down to a reasonable operating temp, he's lost out to Dion de Graaf as well and lost a couple of spots. So commentator's curse, I think there. I was giving him the big ups for what a great job he was doing defensively, and he was doing a great job, but unfortunately just getting that rear lock in there, and that mistake costing him and allowing Stefan and Dion to find their way past. But Dion still able to stick with Stefan at the moment, continue to put the pressure on. Michael Gunstone will be keen to try and hold on to a podium position here, currently sitting in P3. He's had a few podiums through the season, has Michael Gunstone. It's been, I think he called it his best season results-wise, and he's very happy with how things have been going, and could be on to pick up another one, representing Passion Sim Racing here.
I'm back, Shane. Did you miss me?
I did miss you.
Yeah. So the end result with the accident before will be post-race.
Post-race investigation. I don't blame me for that one because there was a lot going on there.
There's a lot. And I love it because obviously the race panel is quite passionate at both ends. One's trying to say that it's not his fault, and like the other one's saying we know, but you can't really blame the other guy for the end result. So it's never easy, and we'll just talk about it post race. What's been happening since I've been gone though? Darren Lobb in the free play.
Yeah, I missed that one actually. I put the commentator's curse on Stonesy. I was talking up what a good job he was doing defensively, and then he just had a bit of rear locking just after the bridge and lost out to Stefan and Dion.
So should we have an update of people's incident points? And now that's, if people don't know home, they only have 15, and they get a drive-through. And Bruce Tannock has 15. There you go. So he'll be coming through the... I don't know why it hasn't shown him the black flag yet. Unless he's already served it.
He may have served it, and I think he's been sitting in the lane for 8 minutes, so I think he's pulled the pin.
100%.
So this is Darren Lobb making the move on Michael Gunstone for P1. And then I think we're going to see a similar thing to what we saw before with Stonesy, where Connor Brody's just going to follow him through. Yeah, a little bit similar, not quite. Actually, so he's... So ultimately, Michael actually making a mistake there and opening the door a little bit for Connor on that one. Oh, Stephen McCartan has just managed to get around Michael Gunstone onto the podium, so it's not, unless he can find a way back around, which he's put his car in the right place here. Oh, he's fighting for it, he wants it, he wants another podium this season.
Oh. This is great side-by-side racing. He's got to have it. And now Dion's going to get... No way. No way. What driving? I just don't think people understand how hard that was to do. Sitting at home, you do not realise how hard it was to stay on the outside for 3 or 4 corners and carry that speed through that fast right-hander. Absolutely. Was it Stefan? It was.
Yeah, it was Stefan.
Out of the 2 cars. I don't want to give all this credit to the wrong person. That is impressive. I almost want his autograph. That's how cool that was.
Oh, Dion's made a little bit of a mistake there, and a chance now for... Well, it happens...
Jared. That might be called in.
Yeah,
Yep. So should we pull that up and try and... Should we dissect that?
Yeah, we should be able to... Should be able to find the data on that one. The chopper should be a good angle for this one as well. So, bit of a bump at the apex. Yeah, I think I don't know if Stonesy thought he was clear there, but he's come across and Michael, for me, looked like Michael didn't really have anywhere to go. So, as we've missed the finish. Darren Lobb taking out P1, Connor Brody holding out for second, and Stefan
That's it.
McCartan recovering to the podium, finishing in P3. Down the graph, good drive up 13 spots to come home P4. Jared Eccleston P5 in the end, although that may be up for debate. Trent Bennett coming home P6, Jason Cossey P7, Roger Forbett P8, Peter Vanderberg P9, Eamon Young P10, Blake Greenhill P11, Stefan Adams P12, Russell Pepperell P13, Michael Gunstone P14, Dan Nolan P15, Jono Gibson P16, and Bruce Tannock I don't think is going to count as a finisher considering he's been sitting in the pits for the last 12 minutes.
Oh no. Let's just pause that.
Well, that's
It is us.
another Tuesday night, another season of V8s done and dusted.
It's awesome, mate. So now we have some money to give away, and I have got the results from Div 2. So if you want to get a wheel ready, let's have a look at Div 2. He's not a finisher.
Alright,
We've got
so
12. We've got 12 people in Div 2 to put on a wheel.
and 16 from Div 1, so we'll do Div 1
Oh no,
first.
oh, no, I thought we'd do Div 2, sorry, mate.
Okay,
What we
alright.
do is going to give away two different things. So I thought I was going to give Div 2 first, and there's only 12 who've finished the feature.
Copy.
So
So,
if you do out of 12, and then you can share it up there so everyone can see, and then we'll give away who's going to win 6 months. And I will even load this into the prize register, so that's how onto it I'm going to be.
oh, good boy, Sean.
And this is obviously a big, massive thanks to All Ports. Great season. Two divs going strong. SimLabs, great product from allport.nz. Get on there, have a look at some stuff. We do have the discount code for members of the league. Need information, need to know the discount code, get in touch with us. And here we click to spin.
Here we go.
Is it going? Oh, look at that. That's pretty impressive. Fifth place.
P5.
P5 was. Make sure I get this right because I get in so much trouble if I get it wrong. Oh my god, Leaf Swinney.
Well done, Leith.
Yeah, well done, buddy. The one guy, nah, he's an awesome dude. Big, proud member of the league for a long time. So, Swinney, what car number is he? There we go. I should know that. I'm looking at 225. There you go, 6 month subscription for you. And obviously, we have. We're down to 16. 16 finished the feature in Div 1.
Yep, so here we go. We've got 16 numbers on here. Give her another spin, and
I like it's a low number. 13th. Who came 13th?
Stefan Adams.
You sure? Check it again.
Sorry, Russell Pepperell.
Stefan was getting so confident then. Well done, Russell. In the KSR car, he gets a year subscription thanks to All Ports and Supercars NZ. Well done, mate. We'll be in touch. On that note, do we have a champion? Can we announce the champion while we're here?
That's a very good question.
I'm going to look as I'm trying to speak as we carry on talking. So I'm going back in. I wonder if the drop rounds have all announced themselves, or we're going to. Obviously, Leo, I think, for not turning up tonight, unfortunately, has cost him the championship. And it sure has. This is what you call provisional results. We have to confirm. But Stefan McCartan, 637 points. Leo Duncan at 548 points. Stefan has had 3 wins during the season. Leo's had 5. Russell, who's won the year's subscription, he's finished in 3rd place in the championship. Well done to you. 522. So these points are very close. And in 4th place, Roger on 515. So, a couple of results that Roger. Michael Gunstone. This is probably the biggest one. He's down at 500 points. He's lost a heap of points in that last race. So he probably would have third finished in the championship. So these results are provisional, but we can't give people's points back because of an incident. So very, very hard done by Michael, man. I really feel for you in that PSR car. Here we go, Shane.
Yeah, all done. Another
All
season
right.
done and dusted.
Another season.
Well,
So,
we've still got GTEs to finish off on Thursday night, and I should be able to tell you where they are heading. They are heading to, that's right, Monza for the final round. That's going to be a very cool track to send those cars to.
it is. It's I've been enjoying the racing on the GTEs myself the last couple of rounds. Um, and they're just a fun car to drive. A little bit, they got more horsepower than the GT3s, and they're crazy cool. So I look forward to that. Monza's a great track, so we will see you on Thursday night.
We sure will, and big thanks to SimLabs, All Ports, and everybody for coming along and watching for the season. Thanks for jumping in and putting up with me tonight, Sean.
No, it's good, man. I actually enjoy it. It was absolutely fantastic. I do miss it a little bit when I've got the right team in behind me. So it's good fun, mate. Enjoyed it.
You did a great job of doing double duties as well, and you had to pop out a couple of times there to help out Aaron, but you were able to keep me company well enough. So very cool, and you did a great job. Thanks, of course, to everybody at home for tuning in as usual. We'll see you all next time.